women players in the world are at Amsterdam's this weekend in Manhattan. And two of the best men players, if not the two best, were at the Yale Club today in Midtown. This is Earl Strickland, who recently earned a $1 million prize by running 10 racks of 9-ball consecutively in a tournament in Dallas. This is C.J. Wiley. The two participated in a trick shot exhibition tonight. Earlier today, they announced the formation of the Professional Cue Sports Association, breaking away from the existing Pro Billiards Tour. I asked Wiley why the need for a new billiards association, and we also talked about the science of the game.
There was a tour that has been going on 4 or 5 years that is organized. They chose to allow Camel cigarettes to be their major sponsor. A lot of us didn't really believe that was the way to go. We're looking more towards your McDonald's and Pepsi and sponsors like that will be accepted by the public. You know, we've had to deal with a somewhat shady reputation 10, 15 years ago. We don't want to change that back. Right now the image of pool is getting better, higher class places. I'm sure in New York you've seen more sophisticated, like Amsterdam's, which is a sophisticated billiard parlor. Unlike 20 years ago where it was a shady, smoky room.
The hustler image.
Yeah.
The physics of this game are just like golf and tennis and other games, but in a smaller version. That's all it is. And that's why pool is the most intelligent game, because of its technical difficulties.
Your colleague was saying that the game is a scientific game, a game involving physics. And I think most people out there would hear that and say, what's he talking about? How is that so? How is it a scientific game?
Physics and geometry. I remember when I was a young student at Green City, Missouri, I used to play a lot of pool by myself, and I found that actually geometry in school was easier because I could already create angles in my mind. Instead of playing video games like the regular kids, I was playing pool, which actually taught me something while I was playing it. It's fun, you know.
So do most players think of it in terms of being a scientific sport, or do they still think of it in terms of it's just a sport and science has nothing to do with it?
Well, consciously they might not think it's scientific, but subconsciously they all know it is. You know, to create angles and to the spins and different things you have to do to be a great player, it's all scientific, whether you choose to consciously think about it or unconsciously do it.
Now, for these guys, it might be a game of physics and geometry. When I play, it's usually a game of landscaping. See, because the cue usually goes into the right. Well, for you billiards buffs, Strickland and Wiley will be in town for the weekend. They'll be appearing at Blatt Billiards on Broadway downtown from noon to 3 on Saturday, and you should check them out. Some of those trick shots are truly unbelievable.